Is there anything in that checklist that I missed?
No, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, people have this kind of a illusion that there's something else that they're missing, and it's not. It's really, really simple, actually, to have a great credit report and a great credit score. But the problem is adhering to those rules, because credit lines can be so huge these days that actually just sticking to a nice low balance or no balance is so difficult when you've got the ability to spend $50,000 on their credit card. So, you know, the knowledge is there, doing it is the hard part.
I'm pretty well off, Erica, and the only thing that I use a credit card for is to track my monthly expenses. That's it. I pay everything on a month-to-month basis. I don't need the credit. I don't use the credit. I know that I should, but I don't. Is that one of the better parts of credit cards, is that you can track expenses?
Tracking is terrific. I mean, it's so easy. You get the online statement or the monthly statement, and you get to see exactly where your money has gone. Certainly, using plastic has many, many advantages, and one of them is you get to have this wonderful kind of detailed history of what you've done, because we forget. We forget when we go and, we buy the tickets or, whatever it is that we do. We have that exotic meal out and it's expensive. So we get to track and we get to kind of modify our spending because of it. But, use it appropriately.
Yeah, every year come tax time, I always pull out my credit card statements to figure out what was a business expense and what wasn't. Wonderful tool. Let's go to phone calls. We got Daniel in San Leandro. Daniel, question for the show?
Hi, Rob. Thanks for the great show.
Thank you.
What I'm asking about is I'm trying to buy a home, a 100% loan, and I have a FICO score of 685. Now, I also have 4 false tax liens on my public, totals about $800. Now, what I'm told is that the best grade I can get is about 7 or 7.5, and I just want to know if paying these tax liens off will bring the rate down on my loan.
Daniel, did you say they're false tax liens?
Yeah, the false tax liens.
So
it had involved having an aircraft.
Okay, so they don't belong to you?
No, they do, but the appraised value was false.
Okay. I'm not sure I can help you then, because it sounds like it's accurate information that you need someone to tweak it along the process. It doesn't sound like false information. Erica, is there anything there?
A tax lien is a tax debt, and will that be held against you when you're shopping around for credit for a loan? Of course. So if it's false, you dispute it. If it's accurate, you pay it off. Two separate situations dealt with in 2 very different ways.
Now, what he did say was that he could pay them off. Is it wise to pay off debt in order to try to get a better credit score before you get into a home?
Absolutely, because the less debt you have, the better your interest rate that you're going to be offered, and the savings is going to be astronomical, particularly when it comes to a home, because as you and I know, 1 point makes a tremendous difference. A mortgage loan of 7% compared to one of 6%, you're looking at many thousands of dollars over the course of that loan. So sure, it makes a big difference.
Thanks, Erica. Let's get to one more call. We got Lulu in Concord. Lulu?
Hi.
Hi.
Question. I have Visa, and every month the due date is the 26th or 27th, and all of a sudden they pull the fast one. They change it to the 21st. Can they legally do that?
I'm sure they can. It was probably in the contract that you signed. It was probably under some legalese, but that's a very good question. Yeah, in that legalese, did they say they had to contact you by phone? Did they contact you by fax? Did they contact you at all? That's part of this whole shtick, that credit card companies can change the terms. But how do they tell you about this? Erica, if she was totally blindsided by this, does she have, a process on her hands to try to get made even?
Yeah, the Truth in Lending Act really stipulates that everything that happens before, for instance, that what that does is that says these are all the terms. We can change the due date, we can change the interest rate, we can change all different aspects of this line of credit that we're offering to you. So I would say go back and ask them, what did I sign if you don't have the contract with you? Because they're not going to do what they, unless it's illegal, what they didn't say that they were going to do. So can they change the due date? Absolutely they can. Now, it is your option as a consumer to contact them and say, look, this is really not okay with me. Maybe something else happened because of it, something bad, your interest rates went up because you paid a little bit late because of it. And then you can dispute it. If you've been a good customer, they'll work with you. But yeah, sure, they can change it.
Thanks very much, Erica. Credit card companies don't want to lose your business for sure, so
No.
ask them to make you right, and they probably will. Now, still to come on the show, we've got a few more minutes, take a couple more questions. We'll hit as many of those as we can when we return. I promise we'll be right back.
There is still time to get your questions into Rob. Call 1-800-440-4884. Welcome back to Rob Black and Your Money.
Let's pull up Erica's contact information. Erica Sandberg is a lovely guest. She's incredibly intelligent. She's with Consumer Credit Counseling Service of San Francisco. You can find her at cccsf.org, and that's the phone number, 415-788-0288. Whether you're in Oakland or you're in different parts of the Bay Area, you got to work with credit counseling. If you find that you're in over your head, admit the problem sooner than later. I know there's a shame element. You shouldn't have that issue, because when you're 70 years old and you're eating cat food, that's going to be a lot more of a shaming issue.